I often wonder what has happened to the commercial Indian music industry, or if I talk specifically, singles from extremely popular music labels since the past 4 or 5 years. How is it that we went from Alisha Chennai singing Made in India and the Colonial Cousin singing the lines Something in the Way You Smile to Tony Kakkar trying to break the record of how many times he can repeat the same word in a song? What went from a time where it was a novelty in the case of Dhime Dhime, to which I had a complete ball dancing to, no one envisioned the beast that would be formed years later. What once was enjoyable and made you break a leg on the dance floor became annoying and repetitive. The best analogy could be of what one finds endearing or cute in a partner when you first meet them. What is first presumed to be quirky and so unique over a period of time gets on your nerves, and you cannot believe that at one point of time you actually acknowledge these traits to be attractive qualities. Again, I don't want to sound like a boomer in this video and go all Hamara Zamana Alag hi tha and all that, but my god, has the quality of commercial Indian music, especially their lyrics, really become a hot dumpster fire. I grew up with television being the primary source of entertainment, while now I only turn on the television for Premier League games to see Arsenal break my heart and be one of the reasons for the deep sadness within my soul. At one point of time, just like people aimlessly scroll on Instagram reels today, we used to do that with channels on television. As I was absolutely obsessed with dancing and Bollywood music, my journey of flipping channels would go from MTV to VH1 and back. This would also include channels like 9XM and ETC that would play Hindi music on loop throughout the day just to satisfy the Bollywood buff deep within my heart. I was literally on those channels. What made the experience of watching these channels even more entertaining was that they were hosted by really cool people called VJs who looked like us, talked like us, and seemed like an extension of our friend group, just sharing their playlists with us. If you haven't already gone down memory lane, 1, we can't be friends, and 2, you're definitely of a way younger demographic. I would watch people like Nikhil Chanappa and Aditya Roy Kapoor share their playlists that introduced me to great international music as well. It's important to understand that the era of the late 90s and the mid 2000s was not the age of streaming, where physical sales of cassettes and CDs were the driving force of artists, at least monetarily. The reason why many artists, especially musicians, lived like kings back in the day was because the margins of their sales if albums became hits were so monumental that you could survive and thrive as a sole entity just because you would understand from the volume of sales where you stand regarding popularity, and this also took away what is necessary in the current climate: the need to keep on producing music on a consistent basis. There was a luxury to churn out albums with a considerable gap back in the day, which is quite contrary to how the age of social media compels one to keep producing content, motivated with the fear of becoming irrelevant soon after, and hence adversely affecting the quality of songs that are being produced. But what did I really fall in love with? What is an era that every millennial deeply connects with when it comes to music? This was the era of artists. I'm going to be telling you my favorite ones from that era and what they meant to me personally, and please do write in the comments below of who you were jamming to on what I consider to be the golden era of Indian music outside of films. While a generation remembers Alisha Chennai as the woman who judges Indian Idol, we were jamming to her tunes like Made in India, the music video of which went viral, and Milind Soman became a national heartthrob. While a generation of TikTok stars ruined Falguni Pathak's Chudi Jo Khankegi by staring deeply into the camera in slow motion, her angelic voice that showcased music videos of meet-cute adolescent romance is still fresh in everyone's memory. Daler Mehndi and Lucky Ali were cultural phenomena. Before Tunuk Tunuk started playing every time foreigners danced on it like a meme, it was an absolute banger in India. An artist whose concerts were something that everyone raved about in that era. While bands like Aryans and Euphoria really showcased some refreshing songs and great vocals and beats, Colonial Cousins and Bombay Vikings just stood out for me if I wanted to be transported to just have some good vibes. It was, however, the rock groups and some of the singles with deep sentimental value that I resonated with. I think it is the sad boy and the conflicting phase that every adolescent teenager had within them that made them reach out to listen to such songs. Be it bands like Pentagram and Parikrama, there was such rich music being created and such range that it literally satisfied every genre fan. I remember there was also a time where Indian music fans connected with Pakistani bands as well, like Jal, Junoon, and Strings. Oh my god, I still remember thinking that no one understands me while I put myself in a room and played Aadat by Jal. Every word just connecting with my rebellious heart and mind. You know what made me really make this video or rant about the current state of Indian music singles? It's when I saw Badshah produce a song with a kid who became popular because of Instagram reels with Bachpan Ka Pyar. You clearly understand that it was a cash grab of a trend, that it is popular, but I wonder as artists at what cost? Palat, Tera, Dhyan, Kidhar is a channel that you may be well aware of, and he has done a very informative piece on the integration done by mainstream artists of viral social media celebrities titled Char Din Ki Chandni or Andheri Raat Hai. With examples like Ronu Mandal, he emphasizes on how these collaborations, as they would like to call it, just provide great PR for the mainstream artists and in contrast lead to a delusional picture for these viral stars, making them believe that there will be a longevity regarding the same love that they are getting today. I will highly recommend you watch that video. I'll put it in the description below. For me, Badshah is an individual that started with songs like Get Up Jawani and dance hits like Vakra, Swag and Saturday. To see him now consistently churn out songs with horrendous lyrics and do collaborations that are a plain joke at this point, in many ways mocks the artistry that goes behind producing singles. You know, there is a band led by Andy Samberg called The Lonely Island that does satire music or what is considered to be parody. From I Just Had Sex to Jizz in My Pants, at least they are self-aware and making fun consciously. What makes it worse is when the intention is to actually produce musical hits, and we are getting this. The recently released song Kanta Laga with Tony Kakkad, Neha Kakkad and sadly our boy Honey Singh also made me think about this. Are these artists deliberately producing bottom of the barrel stuff to take the mick out of the entire situation because they are guaranteed hundreds of millions of streams, because they are backed by streaming platforms and music labels that will push the song anyway? I mean, my god, the man repeated Uy Ma hundreds of times and I'm supposed to jam to these tunes? It actually made me reminisce as guilty pleasure songs also that came out in the early 2000s. You remember guys like Devang Patel with absolutely hilarious songs parodying Mambo Number 5 and Who Let the Dogs Out? At least that was funny. Nothing is more cringe when you want to come across as cool and you churn out a song like Kanta Laga. I'll be honest, I was in a dance troupe in college from 2012 to 2015 in Delhi University, and this was the era where Honey Singh would produce songs like Angrezi Beat, Luck 28, Brown Rang and Yaar Bathere. And we would literally wait for these songs so that we can do a hip hop piece on it. That was the golden era of Yo-Yo Honey Singh. I think everyone will empathize with the sentiment that the quality is really low, at least when it comes to commercial Indian music singles. We can pray, empathize and support artists like Anuv Jain, Shashwat Sajdev, Ritwiz, When Chai Met Toast, The Local Train, and hope that with a loyal audience their creations can get the love that they deserve. But what's out there getting hundreds of millions of views outside of films definitely ain't that pretty. And that was the video guys. Write down in the comments below what you think about the entire situation. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handles are right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.